Oh, hey. Didn't see you there.
Where's she at?
Yo, where the f
Hey,
is J
y'all
Lo?
seen J-Lo? Where's
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy J-Lo here, back again with another video. And today, we're trying to finish this fuel system. I also bought a bunch of goodies. I'm gonna take y'all, when I get them out the truck, they in the truck right now. When I get them out the truck, I'll show y'all everything I got. I bought pretty much everything else that's necessary to finish this car. I feel like there may be a couple more in between caveats that I gotta figure out, but everything that I need to pretty much get this to a running state is in the car. Today won't be the day that I install all of this, but I do have it all. So I'm gonna transfer from one car to another and get to work, man. We need this fuel system finished by today. So without further ado, I'm done rambling. Let's get to it. So as y'all can see, we got a plethora of parts, all sorts of boxes, and we got some headers, man. These headers, I don't know if I showed them off before in the previous video or not, but man, these headers are beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Got a few parts. Most of this is just to finish it up to get it at least to that running stage. But today's objective is to finish this fuel system. So I was doing a little research and we're gonna run the C5 Corvette style fuel filter. So we're gonna cap the bottom of this bad boy. And then we're just gonna run the fuel filter back, have the return back here somewhere, maybe under the car back here somewhere. So I could have the supply and return running right back to it. And then we're just gonna run one supply line all the way up to the inlet side, and after that, that fuel system will be done. We also bought an external trans cooler. We'll bust that bad boy open. Shouts out to Jags too. Appreciate y'all for looking out. This is that external trans cooler that I was telling y'all about. So we're just gonna have to run it up here somewhere and plumb it back. I got to figure out where I'm gonna place it at so it'll have enough airflow to, you know what I'm saying, function properly. But it'll have enough airflow, and then these, I believe, are AN lines. So this should be able to literally just screw on with no hassle, no complications, and that'll fix that. And then this, it's just miscellaneous parts. Enough with the parts. I'll bust all them down and show y'all them later. I want to at least get to a point to where I'm done with this fuel system today. And this right here is that C5 style fuel filter. This is what I was explaining previously. So this is the line right here. This front line right here is going to run up to the top, and then these two lines go back to the sending unit itself. So we're gonna have to find somewhere to mount this bad boy and plumb it up, but this is gonna make that process 10 times easier. So I am going to go ahead and unbolt this. I have a cap for it, so that portion will be capped, and then we just gotta worry about the plumbing on back. So this is the cap that AM makes for these fittings, and this is just gonna go on that return line. So we're gonna cap it and not worry about that anymore. And put that bad boy on and tighten it up. I do have aluminum wrenches, but I ain't worried about the finish, man. I'm just trying to get this project done. So we're about to tighten this bad boy up. This is ADHD at its finest. I went to Harbor Freight to grab some things, started to come out and go ahead and arrange my toolbox. So I'm doing that really fast. When I finish up with that, I'm gonna finish up with the fuel system with the vet. So let's knock this out real quick.
Boo! You stink!
Alright, so let's talk about the part of the project where my audio just decided to leave the chat. Of course, it couldn't have happened during a smooth, straightforward moment. Nope. It had to cut out where things finally started to get interesting. But don't trip. I'm going to catch you up on what went down, and trust me, y'all ain't really missed nothing. The first task was to figure out the best spot to install the fuel filter. It sounds simple enough, right? Just pick a spot, drill a hole, and boom, done. Except it was more like, does this spot work? Nah. How about here? Still, nah. I must have held it up in 15, 16 different places before I finally ended up saying freak it and just committing to a spot. And let's be real, even after I decided, I had a moment of doubt. Like, am I really sure about this? But hey, commitment is key, right? So I grabbed the drill, made the hole, and locked that bad boy down. Now with the fuel filter securely mounted, I thought, finally, the hard part is over. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. Next was figuring out the route of the fuel lines, and let me tell you, I wanted the easiest route possible. I was not about to overcomplicate this thing, but here's the catch. Easiest can be a very deceptive word, and it tricks you into thinking that there's a such thing as a no stress option. So after eyeballing my setup for what felt like eternity, I decided to run the line straight down from the sending unit. I figured keep it simple, minimal bends, clean lines. What could go wrong? Well, as you see with the trend, everything can go wrong. You see, the real battle wasn't with routing it, it was those AN fittings. And let me tell you, these fittings are like that one friend who liked to show up late and insisted they doing you a favor because they even showed up at all. They are that level of frustrating. Trying to get them seated on the AN line was a full test of my patience, my strength, and I ain't gonna cap to you, my will to live. At one point I caught myself muttering, "This is fine, everything's fine," while everything's burning up in my face. Now, if you've worked with these fittings before, you already know the struggle. But for those who don't know, imagine trying to thread a needle while wearing oven mitts. That's how it felt. I even had a moment where I was like, maybe I just don't need fuel lines. Who needs fuel? It's overrated anyway, but obviously that's not how cars work, so your boy had to press on. This is where I really wish that I had a vise, something to hold the fitting steady so I wasn't trying to wrestle them in one hand while cranking the hose with the other. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't ideal. But since I didn't have one, I had to improvise, and by improvise, I mean use sheer determination, a few word choices, and maybe a little brute force as you see with the rubber mallet. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, after what felt like an eternity, I got those fittings seated. Was I satisfied? Sure. Did it feel like I aged 10 years in the process? Sure. Once that ordeal was behind me, it was time to run the supply line to the intake manifold. And let me tell you, after the AN fitting saga, this part was a little easy. Maybe it wasn't actually easier, but compared to the uphill battle I had just fought, it felt like a walk in the park. Finally, I had everything mounted, everything plugged up, and then halfway decent job that I was content with. So I was like, hey, I finished. It's dark, I'm exhausted, and there was no way I had the energy to record an outro after that. But hey, that's just how it goes sometimes. Projects like this don't always go as planned, so you just gotta roll with the punches sometimes. So with all that being said, I just wanted to take a moment to say thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for sticking with me through the build. Your support actually helps me to keep going, and I do appreciate y'all. I couldn't do this without y'all, you know what I'm saying? And with all that out the way, man, it's your boy J-Lo signing off this bad boy. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Make sure y'all leave me a like, subscribe if you like the content, you know what I'm saying? And it's your boy J-Lo signing off this guy. Peace.